Alright, who's ready to do the morning routine? Are you sure? Money's a renewable resource. I am all the money I need. I am what it takes to be successful. It's all inside of me. I'm aligned with the divine because I am the divine. Yeah, I know I'm walking the fine line, but that's inside your mind. I ain't self-law and master.
What's up, y'all? It's that time again for another episode of ColumbusBlack on Blast. It's going down right here, as you all know, where we highlight movers, shakers, and creators doing amazing things right here in the capital city. All right. So remember, check out all our episodes on ColumbusBlack.com so you can see all the highlights of the great things that are happening right here by your fellow residents here in the city. Now, if you have not downloaded the Mile app, make sure you check it out. That's MYLE. It stands for Make Your Life Entertaining. So you want to make sure you use it to find things to do, places to go, and food to eat. All right. So now, there's no need for you to have FOMO. That's the fear of missing out. Just mile it. And with that being said, we're about to move on into this episode that I'm extremely excited about because we have a special guest with us today. She's been a friend of mine. We met a little over a year ago, and ever since then, it has been on and popping. So now that I know a lot about her, it's time for you all to learn about her as well. So without further ado, Elizabeth Blount McCormick, it's time for us to talk about you. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
You doing well?
Yes.
All right, good stuff. I like that sweater, by the way. I just got to let you know, all right? Good stuff. Well, listen, y'all, as we said, we highlight movie shakers and creators. We have Elizabeth Blount McCormick here with us. She's the president of Uniglobe Travel Designers. And I'm just excited to not only have you here with us today, but for you to get to share and tell your story because I think it's an amazing story that will definitely impact somebody out here listening today. All right? So why don't you start off, tell us a little bit about yourself, like where you're from, all that good stuff, and let the audience get to know you.
Okay, so I'm from Columbus. I grew up in Bexley.
Okay.
I went to Bexley schools, 1st through 8th grade, then went to Wellington for high school.
Yeah.
And then I went to Spelman College in Atlanta.
Okay, shout out HBCU, shout out. All right, there you go.
Which I loved. It was the best decision I could have made. It was life-changing.
Yeah.
And then I decided that I wanted to have a career in retail. So I moved out to San Francisco, worked for the Gap corporate office there. I was in a retail management program. Then I moved to Miami, Florida, and I was there for about 3 years and worked for the Gap office there. And then I understood if I wanted to progress in my career, I needed to move to New York. So I worked for Bono, the head singer of U2. He has a clothing line. It's sold in Barney's and Bergdorf's and Neiman Marcus. And I started getting burnt out, and my sister and I and my mother, we were on like a little conference call. My mom said, I'm going to sell this business. Because my mom bought Uniglobe in the 90s. We're a franchise, but we're independently owned. We were the first Uniglobe in the U.S. So there are over 750 of us worldwide. So she bought this business in the 90s as a hobby and really turned it into a successful business. She was one of the first black people to have a contract with the Ohio State University. So Ohio State had a commitment to working with diverse suppliers, and she did that. But the thing that I want to mention that was super important is at the time, Ohio State insisted that she get her minority business enterprise certification. And to her, she said, why can't I just view me as a white dude? Why do I have to get the certification? Why does it have to be a stigma? But she did that, and it was very helpful in the business.
Good. That's a gem that just got dropped. Make sure you pay attention. Go ahead.
Okay. So anyway, so again, we're on the phone. I was living in New York. My sister was in D.C. and had a conversation. And she said, I'm going to sell this business. I'm going to start traveling with your father. And he's retired from being a physician. And we just said, don't do it. We want to move home. So we moved home. Jacqueline moved home in 2005. And I joined her in 2006. And then really I was trying to understand, like, how can we make money in this business? And what do we need to do? And how can we be relevant? There were a number of women who do not look like me, but took me under their wing and suggested different things for me to get involved in, like NAVA. It's a National Association of Women's Business Owners. I was selected to be on the Columbus Chamber Small Business Council. All those things were really helpful because it gave me access to opportunity and exposure. And what I did in each of those organizations, which is very helpful, is I reached out to people and just had coffee with them, maybe 30, 45 minutes. But to learn more about them, coming from a selfless place, because you can learn so much and learn the hidden gems you're always talking about. But also, when you just come from a place of learning and wanting to really grow and expand, things just come back twofold. And just from having those conversations, there was business that just developed just because, hey, I just want to learn about you. And just being your authentic self.
That's right. Outstanding.
So my sister, she left and got 2 master's degrees, one from Georgetown, one from Georgia Tech, and I still was in the trenches with my mom in the business. And I started understanding that these certifications are super important. So if you want to play in this corporate space, you need to be nationally certified. As a
right.
minority-owned business, if you're a woman, minority and women-owned business, because that's the icing on the cake.
Yep.
There's a huge commitment to supplier diversity. I've told you this, Kevin. I find that we receive more love outside of this state. Right?
Yep.
We have business here,
That's
but
true.
when I'm calling on different hospitals and universities and private companies, they're super pumped that we are both a Black and women-owned business.
Okay.
And with that, it has been critical to our business. So again, it's worth it to spend the money to get those certifications because you can play outside of Columbus.
Okay.
And Columbus is an important market, but also just don't have tunnel vision.
Yeah.
I tell entrepreneurs all the time, like, shoot your shot, try it, get out there. You never know what
You
can
never
happen.
know. That's true. It's another gem. You never know. So saying that, what we're going to do is we're going to go back, right? Because y'all just heard all of that. And that's a lot of good stuff. But I want to pull back a little bit because you made some major strides within there, right? Some major decision making. If you think about it, right, from a career standpoint in retail, which by the way, we both were in retail for a long time. So then you make that decision, right? And I know your mom kind of like provoked that a little bit, but you made the decision to take that step, which is a big step that's difficult for people. So can you go back and just walk through, like, what you were going through when you made that decision to really, because you were in a really good situation.
So I was working in retail. I was, in a smaller boutique brand, which was great because I had more opportunity to make decisions. And Gap was a great experience, but it was a mega corporation. So working for Eden, smaller, but where I really took a lot of ownership there. But I was traveling a lot, and I was going. I would be gone for like 3 weeks at a time, going to New Delhi, in India, and Tunisia, and Portugal, and I was just getting burnt out, and I really didn't have a balance, right? But I realized I was working super hard for them. Why not work super hard for myself?
Say that one more time.
I was working super hard for them, and why not work even harder for myself?
There you go. That's another big gem, right?
Yeah.
So what would your advice be, because we'll get to this a little bit later, but what would your advice be for those who are in that same space, but they're like, financially, right? Because that's what it always comes down to. Like financially, how do I do this? Any recommendations for people before they take that step to help them be successful once they step out?
I mean, some people they'll moonlight, right? I mean, and some people they'll have their 9 to 5, but then 5:30 and beyond, they're working on their like a side hustle that they can manifest into your business. But there's so many resources out there, right? There's funding. There are different places where you could get the money, get loans to really start. So it really kind of depends. Like, are you just tired and burnt out from your 9 to 5 corporate and you want to just go out there and take a chance, or can you balance it out? I just took the chance. I just said, I'm tired.
Jumped.
I just jumped, right? And then we kill what we eat.
That's right. We do literally, like if I want to eat next month, I better be killing right now, right?
Absolutely. But it's worth it, and it's self-gratifying, right? And just the way you feel about you're making a difference. You are running the culture, right? That's the thing I learned from working other places, like how I didn't want to be, how I didn't want to treat people, right? And not discriminating people against people based on their race, sexual preference, sexual orientation, any of that. Like when people come into my office, I'm interviewing them. I'm seeing the person for who they are, right? Not judging them by the color of their skin.
That's cool to be on the other side, isn't it?
Definitely.
Well, that's good stuff. So let's go back again, right? So we talk about Uniglobe Travel Designers, right? What is that? Like, what is the company? What do you all do? What are your services? All that good stuff.
So we're a travel management company. We work with a number of corporations all over the U.S. We're actually in 24 states now. So one of my goals is to get to all 50.
Congratulations, 24 states on the way to 50.
That's right.
All right.
So we work with a number of like hospitals, universities, private corporations. We help them create their travel policy. We help them negotiate discounts with airlines, hotel and car rental companies, and we just really help people keep their people safe, right? And understanding where people are. I mean, in the world, unfortunately, there are things that are going on, and a lot of our corporate clients, they believe it's their responsibility to know where their travelers are at any moment. So we have technology that we've invested in that will show you the exact address of where anyone is. So, God forbid there's some type of terrorist activity, we can locate our clients and just relocate them, reaccommodate them, and everyone's in contact with each other. So that's the corporate side.
That's awesome.
Now, leisure sides, we plan everything from vacations, family reunions, girlfriend getaway trips, just spring break trips, anything you can think of.
Did you say girlfriend getaway trips?
Yeah, we have some.
Did y'all hear that, ladies? Because I know the ladies are always trying to go away. Always trying to go away.
Right. family reunions. We do a lot of destination weddings, honeymoons, just anything you can think of. We plan that. We plan free independent travel, so that's where we book every component. It could be people that will travel to Europe and they want us to. They don't want to book it with a supplier. They'd rather us create this once in a lifetime experience, and we can do that.
Nice, nice. All right. So now you all are understanding why Elizabeth is a mover, shaker, and a creator right here in the capital city on Columbus Black on Blast, because this is what we do. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come right back in a few minutes so we can give you the rest, because there's so much more for her to share. Thank you. Hello, my name is K.Lloyd. I am the co-founder and CEO of MILE, which stands for Make Your Life Entertaining. MILE is a super cool social activity and entertainment platform that allows you to quickly find things to do, places to go, and food to eat right on your digital device. As we all know, some people have what we call FOMO, right? So that's the fear of missing out. Cool part is with MILE, there is no FOMO, right? So this is where you can truly make your life entertaining. So I'm inviting you to download the app today and find all the cool events that are going on right around you. Now, if you're a promoter, if you host events, you definitely want to download MILE, because you can post your events and you can promote your events, and it sends out this really cool alert to everybody that has the app to let them know about your event. So without further ado, you need to make sure that you check it out. So once again, when you're looking for things to do, places to go, and food to eat, just MILE it. All right, y'all, we're back for Columbus Black on Blast. If you missed the first part, you definitely don't want to miss the second part. It's about to get real, real good. So we're going to talk about this part that we call real talk, right? So entrepreneurship, right? Scale of 1 to 10, right? Okay. Where would you rate it as far as how hard it is?
I was going to say to you 110.
110?
Yes.
All right. 110. She's put 100 on the front of that scale of 1 to 10. Why is it so difficult? What's difficult about entrepreneurship?
It never stops.
Okay.
You got to hustle, you have to grind, you have to see opportunity everywhere. You really got to be your authentic self and understand you're not going to win everything. Right. But one thing that I always say is a no leads to a better yes.
Oh, hold up. Gem drop. One more time.
A no leads to a better yes.
Okay.
So there have been times, and I'll give you just a quick example. I'd been on an account here in town, a bank, and we didn't win the business. And I was kind of bummed about it. And I had reached out to a Uniglobe owner, like I told you, we're a franchise, but independently owned. But since I went to Spelman, I have a lot of solid relationships and great relationships there. And in fact, I get a lot of support that want to support me because I went to Spelman. And
Spelman representing.
Okay. So I had reached out to an owner of a Uniglobe in Peachtree City, Georgia.
Okay.
And this was a few years ago, and I said, hey, if you ever want to sell your business, let me know. So I just fast-tracked 2016. I had not won that business, this big bank here in town, and I was a little bummed about it. And that next day, she called me and said, you still want to buy my company? Right? Which was a game changer for me. So no, not winning that. Then I was open, my mind was ready to say yes to this and buy this business and expand down south.
So the no on one day and the yes on the next day, right?
Yes.
So can I just drop something real quick?
Yes.
That's the true ebb and flow of entrepreneurship, because you can go from the lowest of lows to the highest of highs in a short amount of time, right? Awesome. So keep telling us about that.
Yeah. So and then that week, which was pretty cool, was that I won. I was the Columbus Visionary for the National Association of Business Owners. So that was like a week of just a lot of highs. Yeah. So I always say, there's a reason you're being told no to prepare you for something that's better, right? It's a spiritual thing too. And I think
it is.
I used to get completely bummed out because we respond when we're going after some corporate business. We have to respond to something called an RFP, request for proposal, which is really like a business biography. And when I first started the business in 2006, I would get so depressed when we wouldn't win things. And I couldn't understand why we didn't win it. And that conversation is about you better have a relationship, you better have an advocate, you better have a champion. If not, don't even do it. You're wasting your time.
Hold on, go back. You need to have what?
An advocate, a champion.
Okay.
And if you don't have those solid connections of people that have power at this particular organization you want to get, where you're trying to do business with your business, you're not going to get it. Let's just be honest.
Relationships are
so
so important.
It's no trust in life, right? You gotta have people that like you and that will bat for you and fight for you.
So important.
Right? So so with that, I just have gotten so much better. And when we haven't won, you also have to obviously have a pipeline being an entrepreneur. You can't put all your eggs in one basket. You can't put it in the basket of, I just want to have the state of Ohio, or I just want to have whatever. You can't do that. If you have a full pipeline of things and prospecting and reaching out to people, then those no's don't even matter.
That's right. That's right. Gems just being dropped all over the place. Boom, boom, boom. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So let's talk about this. So what's next for you, right?
Okay.
So what are you working on? What's your next milestone? What do you want to accomplish? It's 2020.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know this. I have a few celebrity clients, and I'm trying to bring more on.
Okay.
There are people that are very intentional about wanting to work with Black-owned businesses.
That's right.
I'm one of those people, but a lot of celebrity market is as well. And I want them to know I exist. You know, with Diddy and Jay-Z, they're creating this app about Black businesses,
right,
and it's like, let's get the word out, but also like we need to put our money where our mouths are, right? So that's one thing I want to do this year is grow that piece of the business.
Okay.
Again, I said we're in 24 states, so I want to get to all 50.
Yeah.
I'm just going to throw this out there, and you can hold me to it. I said that I wanted to do 100 million this year.
That's right.
So I'm just going to say that.
You got to claim it. 100 million is the goal this year.
That's the goal.
Right.
Yeah, and I think eventually we'll have an office out on the West Coast.
Okay.
And maybe later on international.
Got it. Okay.
But
great.
that's where we are.
Okay.
It's a lot. 100 million is a lot, isn't it?
It is.
But I don't care. I'm
It
gonna do
is.
Why not?
Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody's got to say
Right.
it.
Somebody's got to. Why not be her? Right. That's right. That's right. Exactly. So you heard it. But now, knowing what you are looking to do, right? We're going to jump ahead a little bit because I got to ask this question. How do we help you, right? Because we talk about Black business, we talk about support, and how do we actually help you? Then I want to talk a little bit about that whole advocacy and support piece too. But how do we help you get to $100 million?
I mean, a couple of things. Like if you own a business and you need to travel for business, it's an opportunity, right? Because we do it. There's so many corporations and organizations all throughout the U.S. of different sizes. And if you have an admin booking travel for you, you're doing too much. You need to you need to work with a travel management company.
Okay.
If you're going on vacation,
call
us up. Let's do it.
That's simple.
I mean,
vacation.
It's that easy. Like if you know, there are so many different things that are out there. People think that travel management companies are more expensive, and they're not. Oftentimes there are perks and things that we will extend to our clients. We always want to surprise and delight, right? And we're there for you before, during, and after your trip. So it's like, why not go to someone who's going to make it a great experience? And if there's a problem, we're going to leverage our relationships to take care of that.
Exactly. All right,
that's
cool.
how you can be supportive.
So you all clearly hear that, right? So when you get ready to book that vacation, Uniglobe Travel Designers, right here in Columbus, Ohio. If you own a company or business and you need travel management services, refer to Uniglobe Travel Designers. That's simple. That's how we help.
That's it. Yes.
On that note, that's how we help it get to $100 million, right? And say I was a part of it, and go on vacation and enjoy it. Okay,
that's right.
Cool. Good stuff. Right. All right, so let's go back though, because we talked about advocacy, we talked about that support piece, right? And we talked about how we can help you. But as an entrepreneur and then as a Black entrepreneur, right? Let's talk about this, another real talk piece of what we need to do better and differently, because it's not as easy as we think it is. So I can ask you all to support to help her get to 100 million. That's the goal for this year, by just leveraging her for your services that you already spend money on. But we know that doesn't happen like we expect it to happen. So let's talk about that.
A couple of frustrations you and I have talked about. Are that unfortunately, we oftentimes are looking for the hookup. The hookup. We are for-profit organizations, right?
Which means what? You want to make money.
You have to make money, and everybody else is making money. And I just think that there are stigmas surrounding Black businesses, and we are our worst enemy. And so there are times that people they don't want to pay fees. We have research fees that we charge for vacation travel, because we've had people call us and say they want to go to Jamaica, Japan, and Hawaii, and Atlanta. And we would do all this work, they wouldn't book anything, or they would take all of our work and book themselves online.
Oh wow!
And I still have to pay
that
on my team. Right? So
money.
It's like, well, if you're coming to an expert, like we go to your haircut or gym or whatever, we're paying these people to be the experts. You have to get paid for what you do.
Professional services.
Right. But we don't need to knock that.
Okay.
And say, I can't believe there's a fee for this. I mean, we'll walk into Whole Foods, or even if you go on orbits.com, you're paying a service fee. It's understanding, why do we do that to each other? We need to stop it. And I think we need to be very intentional about working with other Black-owned businesses.
Okay.
So if something comes up and if I need something, I always like to think about, who do I know that can do this, right?
Do you think that when you get ready to spend your money on something, who do I know that can do this or provide this service? It's just that easy to ask that question and do it.
And to be intentional about it, and being thoughtful about it, right? And really giving grace to each other, right? Now sometimes we're always, and we as entrepreneurs, it's a battle we fight.
Yeah.
Because maybe, like, especially in the corporate space, right, maybe another black-owned business
Yeah.
wasn't able to deliver, and then the supplier diversity people are scared to give us a chance. But so that's something like, just be professional. Like, we have to do our part.
Absolutely.
But then, and the other side of things, if I'm the consumer, I need to expect the best.
That's
and I need to expect that you're going to be professional, and not that you're going to be half-assed, right?
That's right. And the other part of that too is to provide feedback. When it's not, if it doesn't meet the expectations or what other people would normally do, share it.
That's right.
Yeah.
But
So get better.
at least give someone a chance. Don't
Exactly.
say, oh, I'm going to go to this black business and they're not going to do a good job, I'm not sure. No, it's change your narrative.
Absolutely.
I'm going to give this business an opportunity.
Yep.
And I want them to be successful.
Exactly.
It's just different.
Yeah.
And we need to do that
We
as
do.
a whole, because that's going to make economic development. We should be recycling the money around each other.
That's right.
That's how we create
Keep it in the community.
That's right.
All right, so y'all heard it. That's the real talk segment. A lot of you talk about it, a lot think it, but that's real, and that's what it is, and we need to support each other a lot more than we do, and be intentional about it. Gem drops all over the place. I love it, love it. Okay, so now, how do people get in contact with you if they want to do business with you or they want to leverage your services?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, we're all over social media.
Okay.
So it's UniglobeTravelDesigners.com. We're on Instagram.
Okay.
Our office is actually located in German Village, right across from Cat's Ears. So we it's easy. The parking lot is in the back of our building. You can park there. Don't worry about street parking. But yeah, I mean, obviously, a lot of people reach out to us. Even on Facebook, we have our Facebook pages. Some people reach out to me personally. So we're available on all social media platforms, even on Twitter. We don't use it as much as we probably should, but that's where we are. It's easy to find us.
Easy to find it, y'all heard it. And what's the website?
UniglobeTravelDesigners.com.
All right, UniglobeTravelDesigners.com, right? No more excuses, y'all. Y'all know exactly what y'all need to do. All right, so good stuff. So now, is there anything else that you want to share with the audience while we have this opportunity? Is there anything else around the business or entrepreneurship that, you want to
I think with entrepreneurship, I mean, you have to put yourself out there.
Okay.
And I know you've done that 1,000 times, and I have too.
Yeah.
And just shoot your shot. That's like one of my themes for 2020.
So when you say put yourself, why not? Right? You know what? So I gotta. So Dave Chappelle had an event, probably event last year, and his thing was why not Ohio, right? Because it was like why not? Like it can be done anywhere. Like why not? And it's the same thing with entrepreneurship and you as an individual. Why not you? Right?
Right.
Exactly.
Why not you? And stop being scared and worry about giving yourself all these excuses of why you can't do it. No, why not try it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, think about, I'm just sitting here thinking about a lot of the conversations you and I have had, different clients that we've gone after and we've closed, and some of it we didn't win, but just, why not? Everybody else does it.
Exactly. They do.
Everybody else, and they're making money, so we should do it too.
Yeah, and if you don't put your foot in the water, you never know what the temperature is. Never.
Like that.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
Gem drop. All right, cool. We're having too much fun over here. So the last question that I have for you, Elizabeth, is: has ColumbusBlack.com done anything for you?
Yes. You put me on blast.
There you go. That's what we do. Columbus Black on Blast, where we highlight movers, shakers, and creators right here in the capital city, and y'all know exactly what we do. Make sure you check out all the episodes on ColumbusBlack.com. I have to give a shout out to my man Cap City Nitty, a shout out to Ohio Media School, and also to UTS TV. Gotta give them a shout out. That is the only female-owned, black female-owned broadcast network in the country. So y'all gotta support that as well. So make sure you check that out as well. UTSTV.com for more information. And on that note, we're gonna wrap up as we always do. Remember, in order to be more successful in your future, you need to understand a little bit more about your past. That's the reason why we just put Elizabeth Blount McCormick on blast. That's right. Now make sure you check out all the episodes on ColumbusBlack.com. If you have not downloaded the Mile app, that's MYLE. It stands for Make Your Life Entertaining. Make sure you download it today when you're looking for things to do, places to go, and food to eat. And you know what? I think it's time for us to blow the spot and as we always do. Out.
Alright, who's ready to do the morning routine? Are you sure? Money's a renewable resource. I'm all the money I need. I am what it takes to be successful. It's all inside of me. I'm aligned with the divine because I am the divine. Yeah, I know I'm walking the fine line, but that's inside your mind. I ain't self-law and master, forecaster of my own fortune. That's why I speak with caution. Idle talk makes me nauseous. If it ain't about me and mine, we decline your invitation to bad vibes. I had my share of those in the past life. Ask for not, act right, say it loud. I am the greatest. Tell yourself I am the greatest.